Welcome back, friends, or welcome if you are new. I am Nicole, and today we have a ton of cleaning motivation, lots and lots of laundry, and a little announcement I will get to later on in the video. But if your home is looking a little lived in, same. Let's tackle it step by step. I'll clean, you clean, and by the end, we'll both feel so much better. First, let's start with tidying up the room and picking up all the laundry that needs to be done. As you may know, I did not post a video last week. I have been having such a hard time sleeping, and because of that, the laundry has backed up. So I have at least 6 loads to tackle today. And spoiler, I did not get all of it done in one day, but I was able to get all of the bedding done on this day, which was high on my priority list, being that we have so many animals that love to lay on our bed like they own the place. But it's okay because I make them pay rent. The cost of rent, lots of snuggles, and lots of kisses. All right, we got the room tidied up for the most part. Now let's pull the bedding off and get that started. And as usual, we have somebody in the bed, little Miss Lily, and she is my laundry buddy. Laundry is her favorite thing to do with me. I didn't show it today, but every time we head down to the laundry room, she proudly prances past her brothers on our way to the laundry room. And it is the funniest but cutest thing ever. It's almost like she's telling her brothers, "This is my time with my mama." It cracks us up every time. So I want to know, how was your Thanksgiving? Did you host? Did you go with family or friends? Did you go out of town or on a trip? Or was it something intimate like ours? We have no other friends or family in the area, so it was just us in the household. And it was so nice because this year my son and his girlfriend just moved here from California. And instead of just the 3 of us, well, 4 last year, my brother-in-law, who unfortunately passed this year, but now there was 5 of us, which was so nice. We moved our formal dining room into the living room and watched a movie while we had Thanksgiving dinner. And Ryan and Morgan were the cooks. And if you've been here for a while, you know I don't cook. Although I have made lots of Thanksgivings in the past. Back when my kids were little, even though my ex-husband was a cook, I was the one doing Thanksgiving dinners. Usually it was every other year because my family would usually host every other year, which was nice because it was like a family reunion. But now half my family has moved out of California and has spread out throughout the country. But we still had a great Thanksgiving. I wish my youngest could have been here, but he started his very first job and won't be able to travel as much as he used to. All right, I've got their laundry going, and now it's time to feed these hounds. Lily already got fed, so now it's the boys' turn. This is my boy, Parker. He is a Shepherd Husky mix, about 7 years old, and he is just the biggest, best boy ever. And this is Apollo. He is a Husky Lab mix, 5 years old. He is our first dog. We got him when he was 9 months old, and boy was he trouble when we first got him. But he has grown into a really great dog. He is a big lover boy and wants to be friends with everybody. All right, now I'm going to be switching out these loads, and then Ryan and I are going to take out the garbage, hauling them to the bins at the front of the property, where I will then share with you my little announcement. All right, now it's time to pull out the garbage from the garage and head to the bin. So I am so excited to announce that I have launched my very first merch store. where I have created this shop as an extension of my Clean With Me YouTube channel, featuring my tidy up Texan style and personality, from playful cleaning quotes to Texas inspired designs, everything from t shirts, hoodies, totes, and more. So if you'd like to support the channel, you can either scan the QR code or click the link in my description. Oh, and if you shop between now and December 11th, you will get 25% off your purchase. But yeah, I am so excited about the store and I can't wait for y'all to check it out. And of course, any feedback is appreciated. All right, now that we got all the trash taken out, Ryan wanted to tackle a little yard work. And usually I'd be out there pushing the mower, but I was still sore from pushing the mower a couple of days ago. So I just got a little footage of Ryan starting the yard work. All right, while he's doing that, I'm going to get back to doing the laundry. I like to get the folding done right here in the laundry room. For some reason, standing up folding laundry is a lot easier on my back than having to sit down and fold it. Plus, folding from the dryer usually keeps everything from wrinkling. It's a long truck from the laundry room to the house, so doing it here just makes more sense for me. Folding fitted sheets is not the business, and this is going back onto the bed anyways, so I'm just going to do a little light folding. And as for the comforter, it did not get as dry as I had hoped it would, and I'd usually hang it up over the deck out in the sun, but today was not a sunny day, and Texas finally got its first cold front. So temperatures are in the high 40s today, so I'm going to have to lay this out in the house to dry. It was starting to get a little later in the day when all this was finished. So although I got these 4 loads done, it was just getting too dark to film. Unfortunately, the lights in this room are burnt out, so I wasn't able to film anymore from this point on. As you can see, I got all the bedding put on last night, and I still have a couple more loads of laundry to do. But first, I want to start out with tidying up in here, making the bed or remaking the bed, and putting last night's mess away before we finish the laundry. I always like to start with my morning off with lighting my candle. This one is in the scent cranberry mandarin, and it just makes the room smell so fresh and clean. So, does anybody else have to work around their animals' sleeping schedule? If I don't let these guys nap and I get up and do stuff, they follow me around and then they get grumpy for the rest of the day. But I do need to put that laundry there away, and then I still got two more loads of laundry to wash. So while they nap, I like to watch my favorite cleaning YouTube channels as well. And then once these guys are done with their nap, I will get back to my laundry. So while these guys were napping, my son calls me and tells me that Morgan's corgis got out of the gate from downstairs and decided to go in front of my door and go to the bathroom there. So this is what I'm doing, cleaning up after the animals in the hallway. My son had tried to wipe it up with a soapy towel, so I'm just going over it with clean water, basically just to pull up all the soap. And I've said this before, we are replacing this carpet. It is damaged, not only from our animals, but from the previous owner's animals. So I'm not too worried about trying to get these stains out. I already know they are not coming out. I'm going over this multiple times with dry passes, making sure I get out as much moisture as possible. And I know it looks like I have a huge stain in front of the camera, but that is actually the camera casting a shadow on the carpet. But now that that's done, I can finally switch gears and get this laundry put away. And my least favorite thing to do is hanging. But Ryan does like his work clothes to be hung, so what my honey likes is what my honey gets. There wasn't too much to hang anyways, but once I get the last load done, unfortunately for me, I got some more hanging to do. So hanging up the pants is pretty easy. It's down low, but for the shirts, it is up high and I cannot reach. But luckily this closet system came with a little hook, so short people like me can hang things up. But for my 6'7" giant, he has no problem reaching up there. It's actually at the perfect height for him. The bedding took up most of the room in the wash, so there wasn't a whole lot left to put away. So out of the 4 loads that I did the day before, I really only had to put less than 2 loads away. And then for the next 2 loads, half of those are towels, so those are easy. And as you can see, the majority of the stuff I'm putting away is all Ryan's. My wardrobe is so limited. In fact, the sweats that I have on aren't even mine. They are Ryan's. They are actually too small for him and still pretty big on me. But this day was super cold. It was highs at the low 30s and I was freezing. But I really don't have a lot of clothes. I've never been the type who likes to shop. And because I'm so short, it's hard to find clothes that fit me anyways. So I pretty much buy multiples of the same exact thing. This little seating area over here, this is strictly for the animals and for looks. We don't ever sit here, so there's always a ton of fur, and I have to do this multiple times every week. All right, finally going to get the last two loads done. And as you can see, I already started the first load. I'm switching it over to the dryer, which I had planned to film, but I brought everything down except for my phone, which I film on. When I reached into my pocket to pull out my phone, it was not there, and I wasn't about to run all the way back to the house upstairs and grab my phone to film the first portion of the laundry. So we're just gonna do this portion of the laundry and we'll fold one more load and then we'll call it a day. All right, now we can get some folding done. Switch out the last load into the dryer. And I was going to film the rest of the folding of the last load, but I decided it was getting too late. It was getting too dark. And at this point, for me, it starts to get boring. But I am so happy to finally get all of the laundry done, the whole 6 loads, over the span of 2 days, getting to sleep in a nice clean bed in a nice clean room, at least until next time. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I so appreciate all your love and support, and I always appreciate when you guys come and say hello in the comments. That really means the world to me. Also, don't forget to check out my merch store. Again, link is in the description. But also, if you are new here, consider hitting that subscribe button and come say hello in the comments. Let me know where you are watching from, turning on that notification. And if you are enjoying this video, hit that like button for me. It really helps out my channel. And I am trying to get my first 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That is my goal. So every little interaction helps. Even sharing it out or copying the link are all little things that you can do to help push this channel out and help me get to my first 1,000 subscribers. Again, thank you all for spending your time here with me today. You guys are the absolute best. I hope you enjoyed the rest of this video, and until next time, bye!